Hello. Since my last video, I have colored my hair like a cool person. Green hair is cool. Yeah. Anyway, let's do a bit of breathing to calm you down. Just before calming you down, getting you in the mood to be calm, I guess. So let's breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. Now I am going to tell you a story. Not just any story, but it's about a man. His name is Gunrod. And Gunrod likes teacups and coffee cups. He has quite the collection, and he has both bought and made some of his own. He is today looking at all his cups and looking at all the intricacies of the cups, but there is more that can be done. You see, he started going out in the world to see exactly how he could make the most beautiful cups, the ones that have fancy handles and fancy shapes in the body, and the colors can be of all kinds, and he really needs to find something new. So he goes to a mathematician to see how he can calculate all the most beautiful shapes that could be used. They're beautiful because of the math that goes into them, how perfect the shape seems from a math point of view. And then he also goes to artists to see what his cups can produce in how do you say it? What they can produce in emotional and meaningful value, how to not spread but create a message or show a message to others through cups, and he learns that, and he learns how to do he learns how to make coffee and how to make tea, and how the cups can create, specific things from the tea, like how the coffee cup shapes makes the tea more enjoyable. And he also just generally is interested about how people think about cups, and he asks around, and at some point he feels like his knowledge is very wide, and he's quite content with all the possibilities that he can do, and he's quite content with his effort. So he made the sorry, just readjusting my chair. He was on his way home from an adventure one day to see his cups, and he noticed that his house was burning, and he couldn't save all his cups, and he didn't know which ones to save. He went into the house and took the ones he could, and after that his house burned down, and he was quite understandably very distraught about this. He had needed quite some time to take and just feel grief, and he did so, and the people around him didn't understand, because he was quite wealthy, and he was able to get a new home, and he was able to keep on living fairly easy, it seemed to others, but and he could buy like as many cups as he could again, as he had again if he wanted to, but so no one understand that why he felt so distraught about losing all his precious cups. Then one day, a girl named Solisus came by and said, or asked why this guy was feeling down, and he said, "I've lost all my cups," and she said that it was quite. She obviously didn't know what that meant. Him being so sad about it, and he told her about. He introduced himself as Guinevere. That was his name, Guinevere, and she introduced herself as Solisus, and they, and he told her about all the cups, and she said, "That's very unfortunate. I don't know what I would do in your situation, but just maybe you could see my collection." And he wondered what collection, of course. And she said, "My collection of umbrellas." And he has never thought about umbrellas in any particular way. He didn't own a single umbrella. he quite liked the rain. But she brought him and showed her all the intricacies of an umbrella and all the mechanisms that could be used to unfold the umbrella and what would happen if and she told her about her adventures with umbrellas. He wasn't quite sure what to think. Of course, at the same time as he didn't want to lose his cups behind, he kind of was ready for a new adventure in life, and the ease at which he could take it in when Sir Lysis was explaining all about it quite made him excited about this new thing. And then he learned about umbrellas, and he also told her about cups and showed her how to make cups. And in the end, they made a paradise of cups and umbrellas together. This paradise was, of course, it lasted for quite some time, and they learned something new, but then another fire was brought upon them, and the umbrellas and the new cups and the umbrella cups were lost again. And Sir Lysis and Guinevere was very distraught, and she said that now she understands what he felt. But then, when they have been sad for some time, there came along another person. Their name was Chrysler. And he said they exchanged their names and they became familiar with each other, and they told him about the umbrellas and the cups, and he said that he could show them his collection. And they asked what collection might that be, and he said, well, it's a collection of rings. And he did in fact have quite a lot of rings in different sizes and shapes. When they saw how many rings, like as in the rings you put on fingers. And when they saw his collection, when they saw his collection, they were quite surprised that rings could even look in such ways as they did here. So, and he said he could show them what it was like creating those. And so Lysis was intrigued when he started talking and showing about them. But Guinevere, he did not he couldn't try one more time. He just felt like he couldn't lose one more collection of years' work. So he said goodbye and had to leave them. Whereas Lysis and Chrysler became good friends, and they made rings and umbrellas, and ring umbrellas in cups too. Umbrella cups that were now ring umbrella cups. But it was not quite the same, the cups. There was something missing from the umbrella cup rings in the cup department, and as they was doing that, Gulliver was I've like changed his name like 5 times, but you know who I mean, the first character, Guinevere. He went out into the forest and he went for a walk, and he kept on walking, and he didn't know what to make of the world. Maybe this was the end. He had good times after all. He went into the forest and kept walking and walking, and there was nothing to be found there, and he kept on living life, and he didn't start making or collecting anything. He just went to his job and went back home and went to his job. And it wasn't quite the same as before. Nothing really mattered that much, but then one day he saw what the 2 people had created. He saw the umbrellas and the rings in quite an artful combination. There was umbrellas with rings and the cups, but the cups weren't quite there, except for when they made Lysis and Chrysler Solesis and Chrysler made rings, or made a combination of an umbrella and rings and cups. A quite beautiful piece of artwork. And when Guinevere saw this, he broke into tears, and he felt that feeling of how awesome the cup collecting and making was, and he really knew that he couldn't, it wasn't worth avoiding making and collecting stuff, just so that he wouldn't have to be afraid of fires. No, instead, he became friends with them again, and together, and this time he made sure to be extra careful about fires. And what do you know? This time there were no fires that came, so he and the other two was happy for the rest of their lives, and there was cups and umbrellas, and their cups and umbrellas got famous for a long time in the future. And the cups, umbrellas, the cup part was now so magnificent as the ring and the umbrella parts of the structures they make, that it was just wonderful to look at. It was quite the sight. There we go. That's the end of that story. I was finished a little bit before half an hour. I'm trying to aim for about half an hour with these videos, so that I have time to make a story, but so that I don't go on for too long and have to take like forever to upload the videos. But now I have a little bit of extra time to just talk. Maybe if you were just here for the story, I guess you can leave now. If you have fallen asleep, good on you. Sleep is good. It's lovely. Yes. It is. I notice now that my hair is green. It looks like, even more like the logo at the end of my videos. Oh, the end card has is all green, so I'm almost there. I mean, I always wear this green hoodie. It's my favorite hoodie. Don't judge me. I like wearing the same hoodie. I don't think I have very many hoodies that still fit me. Like my previous favorite hoodie got destroyed. Yeah, it broke. Got destroyed is a bit over the top, maybe. But I'm gonna do a bit of breathing, and then I think I'm gonna end this and edit the video and stuff. So let's breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in.